Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the new video. I'm the Casual Racing Gamer. Today we are looking at your sim rigs. This is part 3. So I figured this was a good week to put out this video because GT7 has been having issues with their daily servers, and I sat in a server for like 20 minutes and wasn't able to race. So I was like, hey, great time to do part 3 of checking out your sim rigs. So this is where we just look at what you guys are racing on. This isn't me roasting you guys. This is just sharing what you race on with the community. I think it's fun to see what everyone's racing on behind the scenes. So if you guys want to get in on this, and if I don't cover you in this video, I got all your emails that you already sent me, so you'll be in the next series, on the next video. So if you're not in this one, don't be disappointed. I will cover you guys. This is going to be a regular running series of your guys' sim rigs. So I enjoy looking at them, I enjoy sharing them, and I'm pretty sure you guys enjoy seeing them as well. So if you want to get in on this series, send me your setup to TheCasualRacingGamer@gmail.com, and you will be featured in one of these videos. There's anything you want me to say about your setup, what you're racing on, who you are, anything about yourself, any of your history of racing, that's the time to share it. Leave it in the email that you send me. Anything that you want me to say, what you want to be called, your name, and blah 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 blah, and I will definitely share it out with the community. I think it's really cool. It brings us all together. So first up, we have Andrew. He's racing on a Fanatic CSL Elite wheelbase, CSL load cell pedals, Fanatec Carbon F1 wheel, Porsche 918R wheel on the wall. So we see that on the wall right there. This is the one he's actually racing with. The Fanatec Carbon F1 wheel is set up on his rig right here, which is looking good. Open wheel rig, added seat lifts, newer middle bar, but haven't installed it yet. The rig has been using since he's using it since GT Sport launch. Upgraded equipment since, but the chair in the rig has been solid. One of the cheaper rigs on Amazon, and obviously we see he has a PS5 in here. Let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. Take a look what's going on here. So what we have is he said it is a load cell, a pedal set. I do not see VR, so he's racing on a monitor here. Some towels down there. Not sure what the towel's doing. I'm guessing, is the pedal set attached to the rig, or is it just a seat? Trying to figure out if there's actually an attachment here, or there's something else holding this here. Let me know. Wheel, obviously digital display on there. So cool. Yeah, this is his setup. Do you actually swap the wheel with this wheel, or you just keep this one up here for show and race with the open wheel? Or do you actually swap them? Curious to know. And yeah, nice little setup. I'm curious if you are looking to go VR. I always preach VR. It's just something I do because I love racing in VR. So I'm always curious when I see you guys not racing in VR, if it's just a personal thing, you don't like it, you've tried it and get dizzy or things like that. But this is Andrew's setup. So thanks for sharing, and let's see what else we got. So here we have William, and it looks like he started with a G29, moved to the Mazda R5, Thrustmaster pedals, curved screen monitor. So what we're looking at here is, I am going to 100% assume that we are racing PC here, not console, because we have a Mazda R5, which the pedal set would not plug into that. So you actually need to be running a PC because you can use your USB, plug it into your computer. You can use any pedals, any wheel, and they plug in separately, as opposed to on console, you have to have your pedals that plug into your wheel. So they need to be compatible with each other. So very cool looking here. You can see his keyboard set up there, right to the right. So he does have a mic here, and I believe that is because he does have a channel. So I'll give you a little plug here. His channel is Pancake Breakfast if you want to check him out. And if you guys have anything to plug when you send me your setup, leave it in the email. It's all good. I'll plug you guys. I love to help other people where I can. So if you want to check him out, Pancake Breakfast, and a cool setup here. Now, one thing. One thing, so obviously he's not racing in VR, right? One thing with VR that I find as a disadvantage, there are disadvantages to VR, believe it or not, as much as I love VR, is when you're racing, let's say here on a PC, you go to your keyboard, you can't type, it's hard to chat, it's hard to chat through typing. if you have a VR headset on, right? You can't see your keyboard. You can't do any of that. So one advantage to not using a VR headset is you can access things. You can get to things quickly. You can type and all good things like that. If you're racing on PC and VR and you can't see your keyboard, you're gonna have trouble. So the one advantage of not racing in VR, if you're racing on PC, definitely is having that keyboard right there. So cool setup. Next level racing seat. So he's got it all right here, very close together, very like right there. Everything's right there in reach. So looks good. Very cool setup here. Very good going. Thanks for sharing, dude. Thanks for sharing. Next up, we have Oscar. He is came from a T80, so T80 no force feedback. Now he went to a T300 full rig. Planning to upgrade the TV to a 40-inch 4K for PS5, but he's now using an old PS4 on the rig. The phone holder on the wheel, it uses as a dashboard for GT7 or AC. Any upgrade or ideas are more than welcome. Thank you. Keep up the videos, man. Thank you. Thank you for the support. So if you guys have any recommendations for his next upgrade, leave it in the comments. Let him know. He is using a T300. I am curious if your T300 actually overheats. I did have a T300 for about a week, and I was not able to keep it because it was overheating on settings if I was running a certain setting. And if I raced for a higher setting, actually within 10 minutes I was overheating, even with the fan fully on. But if I kept it on even a lower setting, after if I went for an hour, it started losing force feedback. So it was a big issue for me because I do like to race for a while. Sometimes I can race 3 hours sometimes, and using a TGT2 that I'm using, I have no problem going for 3 hours, and it runs strong from the start to finish. So that's the thing for me. So depending on, I don't know if you mentioned the actual pedal sets that you have, but if you're using, obviously if you're using a Thrustmaster pedal set, going to a TGT2 would be a good step up, and you will get stronger force feedback as well. Plus, you'll also get, if you're racing GT7, you also get the transducer, so it gets you that vibration, and you can actually feel when you hit those, when you hit your paddle shifters and your pedals, you get like a nice little push in there, like a vibration. So it feels good. But obviously, if you want to go direct drive, you have other options as well. So yeah, that is his setup. He does have a picture of his seat. Let me just go to that. And we are sideways here, and I'm looking at it in real time, so I can't flip it right now. But there you can see his setup with his seat right there as well. So nice racing seat there, looking good, very cool. And now actually has one more picture here. If we turn our head sideways, we can see it, and he actually looks like he has a Thrustmaster pedal set, so it would be compatible with a TGT2. You can see his PS4 strapped on the back there. So did he actually, I don't remember if he actually said if he had a PS5. Okay, to use my, so he sounds like he has a PS5. I don't know why I would still go PS5. I don't even care if the TV is not 4K or not. If you have a PS5, I would definitely strap it on there. I don't know. I wouldn't worry about going 4K or not, but maybe you don't have a PS5 yet. You're planning on getting one. But yeah, cool setup. Thanks for sharing, dude. Next up, we have John, and this is a TGT2 with TLCM load cell pedals, so Thrustmaster pedals as well. On a GT Omega Titan frame with XLRS racing bucket, have a VR as well. Race always. So very cool looking setup here. Very clean. I like the way the TV, the monitor is set up right there on the rig. It looks really good. Obviously TGT2. I love the wheel. Actually, I really enjoy racing with it. Will I go to direct drive in the future? I possibly might, but it's not because I have any issue with the TGT2. It's just trying new things is cool. And, as a sim racer and a content creator, the more things I can review on the channel, I think the better too. So, that would be one reason for me to upgrade if I was going to. But right now, I'm really comfortable using my TGT2. I do have the open wheel Thrustmaster wheel. Here he has the regular GT wheel. But I definitely love the open wheel. I have no complaints about it. I wasn't sure how I was going to like it. I haven't used an open wheel before going with the TGT2 in that setup. But I do enjoy the open wheel. And you know, being a lighter wheel, it probably gives you a little more feedback as well. But yeah, so if you drift, obviously you want a round wheel, definitely better for drifting. But I like the way he has the mat down there underneath the seat. Seat looks really comfortable. Cool setup. I like the lighting behind the wheel and everything. So cool setup, looking good, nice and clean. Way to go. Thanks for sharing, dude. And last but not least in this video, we have Wally A Topper. Now, if you didn't make this video, guys, remember, I still have more sim rigs to go through. So I'll put you guys in the next video. And as you guys send me, you'll just peek. You know, I'm going to put you guys in future videos. Like I said, it's going to be a regular series. I love sharing. I love seeing what you guys are racing on. So right now it is a Logitech G Pro wheel and pedals, play seat, trophy, and you betcha PSVR2 couldn't drive without it. Yes, thumb up for that one. Both have been upgraded from Logitech G923 wheel and pedals and a play seat challenge. Biggest thing I had to adjust to was the new load cell brake was so stiff compared to the G923 pedals. Took a good week or two of adjusting and dampener things and setting on the wheels before I started getting a feel for them. Now I couldn't race without them. As far as the wheel, once I got the setting I was comfortable with, it's just awesome. All in all, very happy with my now setup. Yes, love the setup, love the Logitech G Pro wheel. Definitely more on the expensive side of wheels, but definitely offers some really cool features. Definitely, you know, if you have the money, no doubt I would say it's worth it. It's probably something I would be purchasing if I wanted to spend that much, but maybe one day in the future, we'll have to see. But also, you know, great seat setup, very sturdy. You know, everything really looking sturdy here. Everything looking really good. And we have some creepy horror stuff in the background. I believe that's Pinhead. I'm not a horror person. And the other guy, I don't know who the other guy is. I don't know if he's like from Aliens or something like that. So if you guys want to let me know who the guy on the other side of Pinhead is in there, I don't know. I'm just not a horror. I'm not a horror person. So I'm actually pretty surprised I even know Pinhead. But it's pretty obvious because he has pins in his head. So that was a pretty easy one. So I don't think I'm wrong on that at least. But yeah, nice setup, great looking setup. It must have been huge going from a G923 to a Logitech Pro. That's a big step up. So I can only imagine, you know, trying to adjust. And then once you obviously get there, you probably like, if you ever went back to a G923, you'd probably be like, wow, how did I ever use this? So yeah, I know when I went from my TGT2 and then went back to my T150 just to see the difference, it was like huge difference when I went backwards. So I can totally see that. Great setup. Thanks for sharing. Cool looking room here. Definitely has some cool, scary vibes. Obviously into horror and stuff. Cool display case. Everything really looking cool here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thumb it up. Like I said, send me your sim rig setups if you want to be featured in one of the future videos. Definitely appreciate you all hanging around, checking it out. Thumb it up. Subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. We out of here. Peace.